Hello everyone, welcome to video lecture of Community Health and Social Work. In our previous video lectures, we had discussed about disease and we had discussed on concept of disease, types of disease, transmission of disease, and also we had discussed different diseases which are related with different types of disease and how the disease transmitted from one to another also. And in this class, we will discuss some other parts of the disease. First, we will discuss an epidemiological triad. There is a triangle and one corner is environment and one part is agent and another part is host. And here the agent is the cause or reason behind different disease, and agent is different bacteria, agent can be different microorganism, different microbes, different protozoa and bacteria, viruses. And when the agent transmitted or when the agents entered into the person, then that person is known as host, and host is the person who is suffering from different disease and which person is suffering from different health issues due to different types of agents. And in agents, there is different types of viruses for different diseases, and sometimes a single or individual bacteria or virus creates or generates disease, and sometimes there is a reason of different diseases, different types of viruses or multiple viruses or bacteria or fungi is transmitted or generated a disease, and sometimes two or more bacteria and viruses caused different types of disease. There is many types of viruses, many types of fungi and many types of bacteria which are generated or which are created different diseases in between the human body, and the agents who are the reason behind the disease, and host is the person who is suffering from disease or who has the problem or whose body is not functioning properly and there is some dysfunctions due to some agents or due to presence of some bad microorganisms. And another one is environment, which is necessary for maintain a healthy life, because our lifestyle depends upon our environment, our health factors depends upon our environment, and environment always helps the people for maintaining a healthy life and maintaining a better lifestyle and maintaining a mentally, physically and socially well-being, and a person will be healthy when a person is maintaining a healthy environment or staying and or living in a good environment. The primary mission of epidemiology is to provide information that results in breaking one of the legs of that triangle, because when a triangle is break, then the disease is not transmitted to the host from the agent. And when we have to maintain the healthy life, then we have to maintain proper environment or good environment, and through good environment the agent cannot transmitted, or the agent or the microbes or microorganisms cannot entered into the host body and cannot create or different diseases in the human body. So the aim of the epidemiology is, or main goal of the epidemiology is to break the one part of that triangle. And next we will discuss on multifactorial causation, because in behind the disease there is different types of reason. There is multifactorial cause for creating or for causing different diseases in a human body, and there is three factors. One is causative factor, and another one is groups or population and their characteristics. Third one is environment, behavior, psychological factors and ecological elements. And absence of or eliminating the agent, there is the causative factors. In this triangle, it presents an adapted and advanced model of the triangle of epidemiology. And the purpose of knowing the multiple factors of disease is to quantify and arrange them in priority sequence for modification or amelioration to prevent or control different diseases. And the multifactorial concept offers multiple approaches for the prevention or control of disease. There is different cause and different causative factors. Sometimes some group of people or some group or populations are suffering from different diseases, and there is different factors like psychological factor, social factor, economic factor. There is different factors which are related with causing or creating different diseases in a human body. And in epidemiological triad, there is a angle is agent, and that absence of that agent in this triangle, there is the factor that is causative factor. And behind the disease, there is multifactorial cause. There is multi types of many types of reasons or cause behind the disease, and through the detection of that factors, through detection of different cause of the disease, we can prevent the disease from our society or from the human being, those who are suffering from different types of diseases in our society. Next is wave of causation. The wave of causation considers all the predisposing factors of any type and their complex interrelationship with each other. It does not imply that the disease cannot be controlled unless all the multiple causes or chains of causation, or at least a number of them, are appropriately controlled or removed. There is different type of wave of causation. There is the disease cannot be controlled immediately, and because there is multiple cause or multiple chain of cause of different disease, and there is number of reasons, there is number of factors behind the disease. And there is a pictorial presentation in which you can see the disease or wave of causation. First is changes in lifestyle, and under changes in lifestyle there is three factors. One is plenty of food intake, another one is lack of physical exercise, and another one is smoking. And also there is another factor, there is stress. And sometimes the persons, those who are taking or those who are smoking like chain smoker, and that is also under changes in lifestyle and also under stress. And some persons are taking smoking, or some persons are chain smoker due to stress and due to eliminate their stress, and some persons are changing their lifestyle so that they are taking smoking. And due to smoking there is coronary occlusion, myocardial ischemia. These are some diseases which are directly related with smoking. Sometimes some persons have heart diseases, coronary kidney diseases, mainly the heart dysfunction and heart strokes, and these are the factors behind smoking. And there is a problem, that is obesity, which is related with plenty of food intake and also related with lack of physical exercise. When some persons are not maintaining proper physical exercise or proper physical activity, and they are taking plenty of intake of food, and they are taking plenty of calories, they are not burning their calories, and they are taking more carbohydrate food, and through which the persons are suffering from obesity. And due to obesity, the persons are suffering from hyperlipidemia, and hyperlipidemia causes coronary atherosclerosis, and due to coronary atherosclerosis also the disease which is coronary occlusion, and which is related with myocardial ischemia. Means it shows that all the diseases and all the issues which are related with health problems related with our changes in lifestyle, and which are related with our lifestyle or our habits. And when we are not maintaining proper habits or lifestyles, then we will face different diseases and different health issues. And under stress, there is smoking and emotional stress, and under emotional stress there is hypertension, and there is both reasons, the emotional stress and aging, both are reason behind the hypertension. When some persons are suffering from emotionally attachment and suffering from different stress which are related with our emotion, and also due to increase of our age, some people are facing the problem that is hypertension, and hypertension causes changes in the walls of arteries, and the changes in the walls of arteries causes coronary occlusion, and which causes myocardial ischemia. And these are the diseases, these are the major health problems which are related with our lifestyle and stress. So we have to maintain a psychosocial environment. We have to maintain a mentally, physically and socially well-being environment, and we have to stay in a stress-free environment where there is no stress, no distress, no depression, frustration due to different reasons, and we have to stay without any tension, through which we can maintain a healthy life. And also we have to maintain a proper and good habits and good lifestyle, in which we have to take proper nutritious food, we have to take proper health checkup at right time, and also we have to maintain a good habits which are related with our physical activity also, because our physical activity causes different diseases, and when some persons are inactive in physically, they are suffering from different diseases. And so we have to maintain a proper healthy life which are related with these factors. This is all about wave of causation. Then is the natural history of disease, in which we will discuss about the history which are behind different diseases. It refers to the progress of a disease process in an individual over time in the absence of intervention. History of disease is a key concept in epidemiology. There is two phases, one is pre-pathogenesis phase and another one is pathogenesis phase. In natural history of disease, we can know about the history, or we can know about the past of the disease, because when we are detecting from different diseases, or when we are suffering from different diseases, there is different reason behind the disease, and which is the history of the disease, because we cannot detect or we cannot identify the sign or symptom of the disease in the meantime or in the starting phase of that disease. So that we have to maintain or we have to detect or identify the disease, and at the meantime we have to contact with the doctor for prevention of that disease. And there is two phases, one is pre-pathogenesis phase and another one is pathogenesis phase. Pre-pathogenesis phase refers to the period preliminary to the onset of disease in man. The disease agent has not yet entered man, but the factors which favor its interaction with the human host are already existing in the environment. This situation is frequently referred to as man in the midst of disease, or man exposed to the risk of disease. And potentially, we are all in the pre-pathogenesis phase of many diseases, both communicable and non-communicable, because there is different types of diseases which are not detecting from the first phase or from the time of infection. And the causative factors of disease may be classified as agent, host and environment. These three factors are referred to as epidemiological triad. The mere presence of agent, host and favorable environmental factors in the pre-pathogenesis period is not sufficient to start the disease in man. What is required is an interaction of these three factors to initiate the disease process in man. The agent, host and environment cannot create the disease or cannot result the disease when they are in their position. But when they are coming together and they are interacted with each other, then the person will face disease. Means when the agent relate with the environment and the environment relate with the host and the host relate with the agent and the agent related with the environment, they are depending upon each other. When the three factors interact with each other, then the person will face different diseases, or the person is suffering from diseases due to interaction between these three factors. Next is pathogenesis phase. The pathogenesis phase begins with the entry of the disease agent in the susceptible human host. The further events in the pathogenesis phase are clear cut in infectious disease. The disease agent multiplies and induces tissue and physiological changes. The disease progresses through a period of incubation and later through early and late pathogenesis. The final outcome of the disease may be recovery, disability or death. The pathogenesis phase may be modified by intervention measures such as immunization and chemotherapy also. And it is useful to remember at this stage that the host reaction to infection with a disease agent is not predictable. Next, we will discuss on agent factors, and under agent factors there is different types of factors, and the first link in the chain of disease transmission is disease agent. The disease agent is defined as a substance living or non-living or a force tangible or intangible, and the excessive presence or relative lack of which may initiate or perpetuate a disease process. So, we will discuss on different agent factors. First is biological agents. These are living agents of disease, like for example, different viruses, different fungi, bacteria, protozoa and metazoa. These agents exhibit certain host related biological properties such as infectivity, pathogenicity and virulence. And next we will discuss on nutrient agents. These are proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, calories and water also. And always the nutritional problems depends upon the nutrition. When some persons are taking lack of nutrition, then the persons are facing different diseases like protein energy malnutrition, the obesity, goiter, and then different diseases which are related with the unconscious nutrition or the imbalance of nutrition, and some persons are suffering from different diseases due to more nutrition or due to some specific nutritions in high quantity and due to some lack of nutrition, and because of overnutrition also some persons are facing different problems, and there is overnutrition and undernutrition problems. So we have to take proper nutrition, we have to maintain a healthy food in daily basis for maintaining a healthy life. Next is physical agents. Exposure to excessive heat, cold, humidity, pressure, radiation, electricity, sound, etc. may result in illness. These are some physical agents which occurs and which results different diseases. And next is chemical agents. Chemical agents is two types, one is endogenous and the other one is exogenous. And some of the chemicals may be produced in the body as a result of rearrangement of function like urea, jaundice, ketonase, uric acid, calcium carbonate. These are about endogenous, and agents arising outside of human host like allergens, metals, fumes, gases, dust, insecticides. These may be acquired by inhalation, ingestion or inoculation. These are the about exogenous. And next agent is mechanical agents. Exposure to chronic friction and other mechanical forces may result in crushing, tearing, sprains, dislocations and even death. These are about mechanical agents. And next is absence or insufficiency or excess of a factor which is necessary to health. This may be chemical factors, hormones like insulin, enzymes and nutrient factors, lack of structure, lack of part of structure and chromosomal factors, Mongolism, Turner syndrome and also immunological factors. These are the absence or insufficiency or excess of a factor necessary to health. Sometimes absence of some unnecessary factors and sometimes the insufficient of some factors. And next is social agents. It is also necessary to consider social agents of disease. These are poverty, smoking, abuse of drugs and alcohol, unhealthy lifestyles, social isolation, maternal deprivation, etc. And these are some social agents which are resulting or which are creating different diseases, and due to poverty, due to unemployment, due to different social problems, some persons are facing different diseases. For example, if a person is suffering or if a person is under poverty, then the person cannot maintain proper healthy life, cannot maintain proper nutritious food, cannot proper checkup of health at the right time, so that some social problems or social agents are also reason behind different diseases. Next is host factors. There is host is soil and the disease agent is seed. Like the relationship between soil and seed, here the relationship between host and the disease agent, and this classified as demographic characteristics, biologic, social and economic, lifestyle factors. These are the factors which are related with host factors. Next is environmental factors. In environmental factor, we will discuss about the environment, because for maintaining a healthy life, we have to maintain proper and healthy environment. There is physical environment. The term physical environment is applied to non-living things, and the physical factors like air, water, soil, housing, climate, geography, heat, light, noise. These are the relation with physical environment. And for maintaining a healthy life, for prevent different disease, there is factor which is physical environment, and we need a healthy and good environment for maintain a better lifestyle. Then is biological environment. The biological environment is the universe of living things which surrounds man, including man himself, and the living things are the viruses and other microbial agents, insects, rodents, animals and plants. These are constantly working for their survival, and in this process some of them act as disease producing agents or reservoirs of infection, and intermediate hosts and vectors of disease between the members of the ecological system. And these are the all about biological environment. And in area of biological environment also, preventive medicine has been highly successful in protecting the health of the individual and of the community. There is also need of proper biological environment. And next is psychosocial environment. It is difficult to define psychosocial environment against the background of the highly varied social, economic and cultural context of different countries and their social standards and value systems. Because in psychosocial environment, we need psychological environment and social environment, and a person can maintain psychosocial environment when the person is maintain the mentally healthy life, when the person has no problem, no tension, he is not suffering from hypertension problems, he is not suffering from different distress, depression or frustration, then the person will maintain the psychological environment. And for maintaining a healthy life, there is need of psychological environment, or there is need of psychologically or mentally healthy of a person. And for maintain a social environment, there is also need of psychological environment, because social environment depends upon psychological environment. In psychological environment, we need a better society. We need a society where there is cooperation, there is we feeling, there is togetherness, there is good relationship between one and another, and there is acceptance between each other. Then we can maintain a psychosocial environment. And in society, there is different types of social problems, different types of social issues like poverty, unemployment, and also there is some reasons behind the lack of love, affection between each other, lack of we feeling, lack of togetherness between each other, and which causes the psychologically or mentally unhealthy environment. So, psychological environment and social environment which are related with each other, and also depends upon economical environment and socio-cultural environment also, because these are interrelated with each other for maintaining a better psychosocial environment. And for prevention of different disease, there is a major environment which is psychosocial environment is necessary for the human society, because in our society the human beings are living in a social group, and in a group there is conflict, there is rejection, there is selection, different types of factors. And in society, when we are living, we have to maintain all these things with all the persons who are living with us, and we have to maintain a good relationship between with each other. When we can maintain the good relationship, when we can maintain all these things, then we can maintain psychosocial environment. In this class, we have discussed about epidemiological trend, the natural history of disease, and agent factors, host factors, and different environmental factors. And in next class, we will discuss on some other parts of the disease. So keep watching. Thank you and have a great day.